We are going to talk today about surveillance cameras and video solutions. This is something that can be used for business, it can be used for your house. There's all different options that can be used, and we're going to briefly touch on several of those. The first thing I want to talk about is for a residential situation. Residential, the perfect solution is if you've got kids that are riding the bus home, you can see when the kids are home. If you've got a house that you're not at all the time, you have the ability to log on, see what's going on all around the house, the front, the back. You can use them inside and outside. It's a great way to keep up with what's going on and secure the property. In the past, these have been so expensive that it wasn't really an option to do them for residential situations, but over the years the price is coming down. They're very affordable now. The picture quality is fantastic. You can begin, the least quality that we use is a 1080p, which is a high definition camera. It's a 2 megapixel, and we can go up from there. You have the ability to look at these on a smartphone or a tablet. So from any place sitting on the beach in Florida, you can look back and check on the house, see what's going on. If you've got a housekeeper, babysitter, it's a great way to keep up with those. The next thing I want to talk about is more of a commercial application. Cameras are invaluable as far as commercial applications go. If you own a business, you should have a camera system in there. They will pay for themselves. Primarily, people think of video as to look at what's going on and check for incidents in the past, and that works very well, but one of the primary things that you can use these for is employee performance. For no more than it costs to get a camera system today, we all work harder when somebody's watching us, and we know we do. So I do this on a regular basis, working with customers to set up a camera system where we've got it in a warehouse or an office or a sales area, and you need to just log on periodically, look at the guys when they're sitting down and say, hey Bob, I see you're sitting down, is something wrong? We need to get up and get this job done. If we know that we're being watched, everybody's employee performance goes up, they do a better job, they're friendlier, and they take care of stuff. And the flip side of that is everybody wants a pat on the back, so you can do it just the same. You can log in and say, hey, I appreciate every one of you. I logged in and looked yesterday. Everybody was working hard. You did a fantastic job. And that is such a great way to motivate employees to get extra bang for your buck without hiring additional employees and making sure that you're getting the quality of work done that you want to have done in the time that you have done. It helps with employee compensation. The first time that you get an employee comp claim and you find out by looking back at the cameras that your technician or your employee was trying to surf on top of a forklift instead of operating properly, gets you off the hook for your workers' comp claim. So it can help immensely on those, and also to work back for safety videos so you can look back and see what's going on. And if there is something like that happening, you know that you can go back and take care of it, and you're not going to have to worry about that in the future. So those two ways in themselves will pay for the camera system hands down over the time. Additionally, you do get to use it for the security benefit. If you do have a break-in or have somebody in after hours, you have the ability to log in and see who's there. This can work with our Total Connect that we've talked about earlier, where you get a text message when somebody's in the office or in the house. You'll get a text message when they come in. You simply pick up your phone, go to the app, and you can see what's going on in your business or house. One other thing that we've done a lot of lately that I've had a lot of questions about is for churches. Typically on a church, they have got somebody that's a volunteer that is taking care of security, that just walks through the church on Sundays or Wednesday nights to make sure that all the doors are open, locked, whichever way they're supposed to be, and that people are coming and going the right way. And what we found in the past is what they've tried to do is go look at some video cameras that are in an office and then walk around and go back and forth. That's not the case. It's so easy now. Set it up on an iPad, and so we've done this several times with many churches. They get an iPad that they designate to one of those volunteers. They log in when they get there, and they've got every one of the cameras on the iPad. So they walk around and shake hands, visit with everybody, and they can also look at the iPad and see what's going on at all times. There's countless options. These are all on digital video recorders. They make a network video recorder now, and we'll talk about the difference in these a little more in the future. But with the NVR network video recorder, we're using an IP camera, and these can go up to 6, 8, 10 megapixel. You can zoom in and get the picture quality like you've never seen before. It's amazing what they can do. And you don't have the big, bulky, ugly box camera like you've had in the past. We can do something very simple like a little dome or a bullet camera. You can see that it's got LEDs around it for nighttime vision. They're colored by day, and then at night they will use as little light as possible. So if there is some light, they will keep a color picture. But if you go to a completely dark atmosphere, they will switch over to a black and white infrared picture. So you still get a picture in the dark. So this is just a little tidbit on the camera systems. We're going to talk about those a little more in the future, but they're invaluable for a business aspect. They're great for churches. Pretty much anything that is industrial, commercial should have a camera system. You guys will get the bang for your buck out of it. Residential situations, again, as the prices come down on those, they're amazing for that too. So if you guys have any questions, please call the office at 800-467-0996. Again, my name's Roger Jones. I want to thank you guys for joining Alert Alarm. And if you have any questions, please let us know. Thanks.